Great art gallery. Thank you very much for coming here. We all appreciate you for supporting live music, and we can't wait to see you all. And the name of us is Aedi, and we're going to be doing a little music and some storytelling. And we hope you'll enjoy it. Right? Oh yeah, by the way, this is Majid Araim. This is Chelsea. So thank you very much. Chelsea Dunn right here. And without further ado, here we go. Ah! Oh! Here he goes. Who could swallow it? From the second story window of a whorehouse. Why was he kicked out? Too much nastiness, too much naughtiness. They couldn't have him in there. He was disgusting. He was depraved. He was a monster. So the house madam said, if you want to be a monster in here, you're going to have to be a monster out there. Leave this place. Leave your filth. Sneak in another land. And he began to I'm there now. She said no. She would not let him go. So he understood what was going on. Drunken and angry, he began to walk. He began to think. Going to town to get something tonight. Then he finally realized he was at the edge of the town. And then he remembered a young lady by the name of Emily, who he fancied very dearly. The sad thing was she passed away only 3 days ago. But still, he fancied her. And he felt maybe still he can give her a visit. And he looks up and he sees it right there, waiting for him, the graveyard. And he knows he wants to meet her there. So he vaults over the fence, and he goes up the hill towards the mausoleum, but is shrouded in this gigantic, thick fog, as thick as cotton candy, as thick as a wool that a cyclops would wear to keep himself warm. And he would go through and he'd push against it. And he would look, and he saw the entrance to the mausoleum, but he heard something. You heard a little rattling going on. A little rattling within the mausoleum. And then he closer. Everything pulled him up. Leaning closer. And his body said no! And he grabbed the handles. His mind tried to fight it, but he could not at this point. And he flung open the doors, and there they were. Emily herself. And Nathan Tumbling. Together. His mind began to run. Things began to split and break. He looked behind him, and he saw a wound within time opening. Yes, he couldn't take it anymore. And the dead began to rise, and they began to approach. Broken fingers, desolate rotting skin. Back up, no! Screaming. Eventually, he set the bell. Landed. Squared on Jason Conley's tombstone. Knocked him out unconscious. He was out for a long, long time. But when he awoke, it was still dark out. But it was still quiet. He kept his eyes closed because he remembered what he just saw. There's no way he could reach rid of him. He tried to wash away that rot. He tried to wash away that feeling. But when he opened them, there they were, above him. And he felt only a finger grasping his ankle, another one grasping his other ankle. Took it! Began dragging him back to the mausoleum, dragging him back to the wounds. No! Jesus, God, no! None of this! Please! Please, God, no! And he sees what's happening, and the horror fills, and the light gets brighter, and the predicament, torment! a man walks into town. Nobody recognizes him, but they all know who he is. He spouts about these strange things about the nature of reality, what's behind it, what's within it. They don't believe him. They cast him off as the drunk he once was, but then he performs the miracles. At first small, making a comprehensive tax plan that people can understand, winning a pie eating contest, lifting heavy stones, and soon they become greater. And soon they become greater. Soon they become great enough for the Recreator to take notice. Because within the universe, every action that you take here, all the atoms, and all the things that you do have to balance over here. And the Recreator saw what was going on, and it was coming from a species that was not ready to evolve. It was just not planned that way. The schedule said so. We always listen to the schedule. So the Recreator decided to take a visit to this planet. And with him he brought the two orders. His two hands of order. On his left, the mechanical man. On his right was the electric man. So onward to this planet they went. But as they went so, Mr. Hooper Swan had begun to build up followers, stronger miracles, showing these people that there is truth, that there is harmony within the universe, that they can see it, they can know it. And when he was in that womb in time that the dead dragged him into, he heard something. He heard something that would remind him always of that moment. The chant, the mantra he taught all of his followers. You're terrifying. You're coming! The beast from behind, I can see them. They torn apart my family, my children. Knocked blood out of their heads. I cannot see them. No! Keep them away. Keep them away! So Hooper Swan realized what he had to do with that moment. He had to go face these monsters. He did not realize what he was facing. So he went to the east. There he saw the craft, the mechanical man, the electric man, standing poised ready, bodies, all of them. He said, I challenge you! I will destroy you. They accepted this challenge. The battles. It was tough to wage war against those people. No one could gain any ground for every step that one made. would step back and get us. So, there's too much to be reckoned against. The recreator came in and said, "Stop! All this corruption, all this destruction. There's no way to finish this correctly, as you're doing so now. We will do it the only way we can. Fishing battle! Through the slipstream, pull the greater object. Whoever wins gains territory. The loser is all." Now the mechanical man and the electric man knew that by themselves they were not powerful. So what they did is they surged together and became a supreme engine. And this supreme engine took up its rod. Cast it in the slipstream. Now, it's Rupert's turn. Very worried. Stick knives are very hard to come by in a slipstream, as everybody knows. So he takes his rod. Casts it in the slipstream. It's broken. You can feel the knife. There it was. Shimmering crystal. The heart of the cosmos. Multi-dimensional, multicolored. The thing that brings life to the universe. It's right there. The recreated thing that was that. Cooper swung on one. He had one line. As he placed it down, the recreator. He said, "Please, let's go confer on the top of the green hill. From there we will understand each other what can be done." Go to the green. Way the recreator was. Dragging the head's body from this world. For the order, there would only be order. This man was pure chaos. Whatever he did, we were not ready for it. They listened. They stood there. And they remembered exactly what they heard. What he he heard. From the wind and time. Everybody else begins to follow the mantra of the Torah.
Short improvisation with just Chelsea and I, about 5 minutes.